Very good morning to all of you. Am I audible? Yeah, so we'll start in on 3 odd minutes, guys. So we'll start at 8:35. It's 8:32 by my watch. Yeah, let's begin, guys. I think Sunday morning blues. The attendance is low, but that's completely fine. Yeah, any doubts before we begin, guys? Any feedbacks for us? Guys, any doubts or any feedbacks before we proceed? Responses, please. Thank you, Pratish. Thank you, Kalpana. Next week, we are looking at two major topics as of now. We'll be looking at speed, time, and distance, and permutations and combinations. These are like the next two important topics here. So next week, both of them are slightly lengthy topics: speed, time, and distance, permutations and combinations, and probability. Again, these are like the next most important topics. Probability. Okay, so next week we are looking at these three topics, guys. Thank you, Akhil. Rishmant, I'll take care of your query. I'll just check the app once. Whenever you see a blank option, just send me a screenshot, Kana. Which test? Okay, so let's get started, guys. I think everything seems to be fine. So do not worry. Next week also we'll be going ahead with the classes, and again, the remaining two important topics is also what we'll be looking at. So in case if there is a restriction on educational institutes, I'll just try to speak to Venkatrao sir and the placement team. And if possible, we'll take one session more on higher difficulty level questions of practice. Okay, so after speed, time, and distance basics, permutations and combinations basics, and probability. Yes, Kasi, the app has been made ready for you guys only. So after these, I'll be looking at, if time permits, we'll be looking at higher level, we'll also look at practice of higher difficulty questions, okay? So let's say as of now, we are discussing basics that can be looked as level 1. And we'll be looking at level 2 also. Guys, resume building session recording has happened from your college. So please check the placement channel, YouTube channel, to look at a few recordings. Okay, guys, so moving ahead with the session, mixtures is again one more important topic. So it's nowhere different than ratios here. For me, it's slightly an application of ratios, right? So mixture is nothing but an application of ratios. So all we can do is, we can start applying shortcuts also. So if we solve quickly, we have only 15 sessions for 15 questions for today. Let's see how quickly we finish. So it's gonna be a short session today, and from tomorrow we'll be starting a speed, time, and distance class. Clear? So let's get started from here. Yeah. Can you just take 1 minute and solve, and then I'll discuss the shortcut with you guys. The question is asking you the ratio of milk and water. Now let's look at both the methods, guys. Let's look at the basic method and the shortcut as well. Okay? That's not a shortcut actually, it's a different method, nothing else. So what is the question asking me? The question is asking me the final ratio of milk and water. So I want the final quantity of milk by the final quantity of water. Now we have two solutions, right? So in a way, I want to know how much is milk coming from the first solution, how much of milk is there in the second solution, clear? Divided by how much of water is coming from the first solution and how much of water is coming from the second solution. Clear? If I want to go to the basic approach, I can look at 2 by 3 of 30 is milk from the first solution, and 2 by 3 of 1:2 is water is to milk, guys. Okay, so 2 by 3 of 6 is going to be my milk solution coming from the second one. Now 1 by 3 of 30 is coming from here, and 1 by 3 of 1 by 3 of 6 is coming from here. So what do I get? 3 ones are 3 tens are, and 3 ones are 3 twos are. So 20 plus 4 gives me 24. Clear? 3 ones are 3 tens are, and 3 ones are 3 twos are. So this gives me 12. So my final ratio is going to be 2:1. Clear? So there's no difference between allegations and mixtures. The only thing is, instead of going by allegations, I can also go with some easier approaches to get our final answer. and allegations is not applicable if I'm going with one more model called removal and replacement. Allocations is only when I mix two different solutions, right? So somebody was asking how is it different from mixtures and allegations. So both of them are linked, but as I said, allegations is used when I'm mixing them. In mixtures, you also have variants where you can apply shortcuts. Now the point of thing is very simple here, guys. If you look at quantity solution 1, the milk component is 1 by 3. If you're looking at solution 2, the milk component is 2 by 3, and the milk component is also 2 by 3. So if you're mixing both the solutions, your answer is always going to be 2 by 3 only. Clear? Doesn't matter whatever quantity you pick out. Clear? Because both the percentages are equal. Clear? So this has 66.66% milk. This also has 66.66% milk. So whatever quantity you mix both of them will always be 66.66% only. This can be applied as a direct shortcut. If you want to apply allegations, you can as well do this. You have 2 by 3 here, again 2 by 3 here. And I do not know the quantity of milk in the final solution. Clear? So if you understand this, you cannot even apply allegations here much because both of them are equal. If both of them are equal, then the average will also be the same value only. Clear? The basic says this here. So you have 2 by 3 of x plus you have 2 by 3 of y divided by x plus y. So what will happen here? You take 2 by 3 of x plus y by x plus y. So x plus y and x plus y will get cancelled. Okay, so therefore your answer is going to be the quantity of milk is going to be 2 by 3 and the quantity of water is going to be 1 by 3 and that is going to be in the ratio of 2:1 only. Clear? First things first, you need not even solve this question. If 2 by 3 is coming from the first solution and 2 by 3 is coming from the second solution, both of them are same. Doesn't matter whatever is the value of total quantity, we are seeing that the final quantity is going to be 2 by 3 only. So therefore, without solving, the answer becomes 2 by 3. Can you look at this, please? Anybody with the answer? Yeah, let's look at this, guys. Yeah, so we have people are now responding. So Pavni says 30, Harshita 26.25, Mohindin. Yeah, so a lot of you are giving 26.25. Let's see. That two again, two methods here. In fact, three. If you want to go by allegations also, you can go ahead. Let's look at all the three methods, okay? Now, how many liters of water needs to be added to 30 liters of milk and water solution, so that the mixture has final milk and water in the ratio of 2:3. So I'm supposed to calculate the final quantity of milk by final quantity of water. Okay, so my final quantity of milk is going to be 3 by 4 of 30, because I'm not adding milk anymore. My initial quantity of water is 1 by 3 of 30, and now I am adding X liters of water. After doing this experiment, my answer should be in the ratio of 2:3. This is one method where you can calculate the value of X. Clear, guys? So if you want, you can simplify this here. So what do we have? 3 into 15 is 45. So we have 45 by 4 again into 3 is equal to, we have 30 by 4 plus X. So let's take 30 by 4 on the left hand side. No, Venkat Krishna. 2 by 5 is the total proportion of milk, Kana. I am taking milk by water, Kana. So milk by water is 2:3, Kana. Yeah. So 3 into 5 is 15. 5 I carry 135 by 4. I bring this here, minus 30 by 4 is equal to X. So we have 105 by 4, which is 26.25. Perfect. This is one way of solving it. Very simple and a plain solution from the ratios point of view. Clear? Now, how do I do with the help of allegations? Clear? I'm adding water. So please understand, this is one mixture and I'm adding a second mixture. Second mixture is full of water. Here, this is the second method to go ahead. So if I'm focusing on milk, clear? So focusing on milk will become 3 by 4 of milk here. Now in a container with water, the amount of milk is going to be 0. There's no milk. I mix them such that the quantity of milk that I get is 2 by 5. So Krishna, here you will have 2 by 5 because I'm focusing on milk component from the first quantity, milk component from the second quantity, and milk component in the overall quantity. So here I'll be focusing on milk. Clear? Now this will give me the ratio of 30 is to X. If people who want to know the allegations way of solving it, which might be a little complicated here. Clear, guys? So 2 by 5 minus 0 will give me 2 by 5, and this will be nothing but 3 by 4 minus 2 by 5. So this ratio is equal to 30 is to X. And for this question, I would not recommend this process. Now there's one very simpler approach, guys. If you understand, I have a milk and water solution. I'm adding only water, okay? If I'm adding only water, can I say that the quantity of milk, my initial quantity of milk, will be equal to my final quantity of milk? Is this point clear with all of us? I repeat, I'm talking about the quantity of milk. I'm not talking about the proportion of milk. Since I'm adding only water, I'm saying the initial quantity of milk is equal to my final quantity of milk. Clear? So my total initial quantity was how much? My total initial quantity was 30. Let me say I'm adding X liters of water. So my total final quantity becomes 30 plus X. Now focus on this. So my 3 by 4 of 30, this is my initial quantity of milk, is equal to my final quantity of milk becomes 2 by 5 of 30 plus x. This becomes an easier way to solve, which is called no change component. If I'm adding only water, which means the quantity of milk does not change. I would recommend either the first method or the third method for this question. Any doubts? Teja, for this question, allegations is not required, Teja. So ignore allegations for this question. Yeah, Harshita. So somebody wants me to repeat the third method. I repeat, in a quantity of milk and water, okay? What am I adding? I'm adding only water. Clear? Which means my initial quantity of milk will be equal to my final quantity of milk, because when I'm adding something, I'm adding only water. Clear? So what is my total initial quantity? Total initial quantity is 30. Let's say I'm adding X liters of water. So my total final quantity will become 30 plus X. Now what is no change component? Since I'm adding water, what is not changing? Milk is not changing. So initial quantity of milk becomes 3 by 4 of 30 is equal to final quantity of milk becomes 2 by 5 of 30 plus X. Find the value of X. Clear? Harshita and Abhi? Yeah, let's solve it together. What is it given? I'm adding 30 liters of water. So I'm adding only water, okay? So when you're adding only one component, you can always focus on no change component, okay? I'm adding only water to a solution in which ratio of milk and water is 2:5 and it changes to 1:8. Perfect. That means I have a milk and water. And what am I adding? I'm adding only water. So if I'm adding only one component, obviously the quantity of milk will not change. I repeat with a small and simple example, guys. Suppose I have a jar with 75 liters of milk and 25 liters of water. Okay. I repeat, I'm giving an example, guys. Suppose I have a jar with 75 liters of milk and 25 liters of water, and I'm saying I'm adding 50 liters of water to it. If I add 50 liters of water, now what will happen in the jar? I'll still have 75 liters of milk and I'll have 50 liters of water. Now this is what we are focusing on. Are you getting it? The quantity of milk does not change. Why? Because I'm adding only water. Clear is? So with this example, this should be very clear. Since I'm adding only water, no change component applies to milk. So my concept will be initial quantity of milk, clear, will be equal to my final quantity of milk. Now, do I know my initial quantity? I do not know, right? So I need initial quantity of milk will be based on total initial quantity. Now, what will my total final quantity be? To X liters of the mixture, I am adding 30 liters of water. This question is just slightly different from the previous one. Now you can apply. So initial quantity of milk is what? 2 by 7 of X is equal to final quantity of milk. The quantity changes to 1:8, right? So this becomes 1 by 9 of X plus 30. This becomes your answer. So you cross multiply, you get 18x is equal to 7x plus 210, or the value of x is equal to 210 divided by 11. So my total solution, original quantity of total solution, okay, that's going to be 11 ones are 11. I have 100, 11 nines are, so 19.0. You can take approximately 19 liters, guys. Clear? Now what is the next question asking? The original quantity of milk. So I can say my original solution, total initial quantity is 19 liters. Now it has milk and water in the ratio of 2:5. So initial quantity of milk will be 2 by 7 of 19, and my initial quantity of water will be 5 by 7 of 19. Simple. Clear, guys? Any doubts? No change component. I repeat, when I'm adding only, let's say, water, so milk does not change. So when we add only milk, water will not change. That is called a no change component. Any doubts, guys, before I proceed? Eighty-one liters here. If 81 liters of water is added, that is 81. Okay, it's not 8 liters. 81 liters. Liters is missing here. Yeah. So let's see. Now, if you want, if you have been picking up this model, I'm adding only water. So if you want a shortcut of this should be a target here. Initial quantity of alcohol should be equal to final quantity of alcohol. So what are the things that I need to focus on? So that becomes 81 into 12 by 11, which should be approximately 81 point something. Because 12 by 11 is 1.09, right? Sorry, it's 88.36, guys. My bad. 1.09 would be coming up, right? So the answer is going to be 88.36 should be a final answer. Any doubts? So if you want to pick up a shortcut, you can directly pick up this shortcut here. If it's a no change component, my target will be to identify total initial quantity, total final quantity. I repeat, guys, let's go with all the three questions very quickly, okay? Yeah. I'll just take you through the shortcut part, okay? So how many, I'm repeating, recap. How many liters to be added to 30 liters of milk and water solution? I have to add water. So total initial quantity is 30. This becomes 3 by 4 is equal to 30 liters. I'm adding X liters of water, and my final quantity of milk becomes 2 by 5. So I don't want you to write more than this. So this is my total initial quantity, and this is my total final quantity. You have to just focus on these two things and proportion of no change component. Clear? If you look at in this question, what is happening? I do not know what is the total initial quantity, right? So let's say total initial quantity is X. The quantity of what I'm adding, I'm adding water. So I have to focus on milk. So quantity of milk becomes 2 by 7 of X is equal to these X liters, I'm adding 30 liters of water. My final quantity of milk becomes 1 by 9 of 30X plus 30. So if I'm at your place, I do this one step and I get my answer. Clear? The same thing we have done here also. I do not know my initial quantity. I've taken X, and to this initial quantity, we are adding 81 liters of water. Solve and get your answer. Clear, guys? No change component. This is the easiest shortcut to calculate these. Remaining two methods you can apply, but this is the easiest way to solve this. Yep. Can we solve the same thing slightly in a different way? Again, it's a no change component. Yeah, let's look at this. So 25 liters of milk and water solution has 20% water. How many liters of water is to be added? So no change component will be applicable on milk. So what is the initial quantity of milk? Initial quantity of milk is 80% of 25. Clear? And I am adding X liters of water to 25 liters of mixture. Clear? Now I want the final quantity of milk. He wants to make it 90% water, which means my proportion of milk will be 10%. Clear? So this is 4 by 5. This is 5 ones are 5 fives are. So this becomes 20. Cross multiply. This becomes 200 is equal to X plus 25, which means I have to add 175 liters of water to ensure the required condition is given to me. Any doubts? Only one correct answer by Harshita and Pavni. Two correct answers. Any doubts, guys? No change component. This is the fourth question on no change component back to back. Any doubts, guys? Quick. Why is the crowd very slow today? We have 245 participants and I have no idea why are people not responding. Did you switch on the thing and sleep off Sunday morning, guys? I hope you're not asleep. Weekend effect, huh? So I'm not even realizing which day it is here. Stop following calendar here. How can you think of a Sunday being at home? This is again the next model of alligator mixtures, guys. Yeah, let's see. The basic method. Now, I cannot apply allocations because there are three different solutions, right? So allocations is used only when it's a weighted average of 2. Now, this is definitely a question of weighted average. It's just three containers having milk and water in the ratio of this, this, and this. If equal quantities of all the three solutions are mixed, that means I'm taking X liters of this, X liters of this, and X liters of this. So basic way is going to be 4 by 9 of X is the milk component coming from the first one. 5 by 11 of X is the milk component coming from the second one. And 6 by 13 of X is the milk component coming from the third one. Divided by 5 by 9 of X plus 6 by 11 of X plus 7 by 13 of X. This is going to be the actual method. Clear? Now, easier part here would be, without changing too much of stuff, just assume X to be 9 into 11 into 13. A lot of your tensions will get relieved from here. I repeat, here I am writing 9 into 11 into 13. So what will happen? 9 and 9 will get cancelled. Clear? So 11 into 13 is 143. So my first part becomes 143 into 4 plus. This is 9 into 11 into 13. So 11 and 11 gets cancelled. 5 nines are 45. So this part becomes 45 into 15. Sorry, 45 into 13. Clear? And here also you replace 9 into 11 into 13. So 13 and 13 gets cancelled. 6 nines are 54. So this becomes 54 into 11. Clear? Divided by. Same stuff here. So you'll have this time 11 into 13 will be available here also. 9 will get cancelled. So 5 into 11 into 13. So that's 5 into 143. Clear? Now this here also you'll have 9 into 13 left because 11 and 11 will get cancelled. 6 nines are 54. This becomes 54 into 13. Plus here also you'll have 9 into 11 left. So 7 nines are 63 into 11. So you calculate that this is going to be an answer in the most simplified way. Clear guys, if he is mixing equal quantities of all the three, this is how you go ahead with. Don't worry, in the exam the numbers are going to be easy only. Let me change the numbers guys. Well, is this clear first of all? Yeah, just one second. Let me change the numbers, okay? Uh, don't worry, yeah. There is no short. This is the shortcut to this. I'm just changing my numbers here itself. Just one second, guys. Let me make this as 2 is to 1. Let me make this as 1 is to 3. And let me make this as 2 is to 3. Let's do this, guys. Venu, just have some patience, Kana. If you don't have equal solutions, you have questions available with you. Now, what is the shortcut here? Simple, guys. Here, the denominator, if you focus, here the denominator will be 3. In the first case, the denominator is going to be 3. Okay. In the second case, so do not take x here. Okay. I'm just writing it as it is. Second case, the denominator will be 4. This is 1 by 4 and this is 3 by 4. Okay. Leave some space. And third case, the denominator will be 5. So just take a number which is 3 into 4 into 5. 3 and 3 gets cancelled. Now please understand here also 3 will get cancelled. That is again a simplified shortcut. This is a purely based on calculations. So 2 4s are 8, 8 5s are 40. Clear? 4 into 5 is 20. Done. Now again I'm taking 3 into 4 into 5. 4 4 gets cancelled, 3 5s are 50. Clear? Again into 3 into 4 into 5. You can save your time here. 4 will get cancelled, 3 5s are 15, 15 3s are 45. Now what will be left here? 3 into 4 will be left, kada? So 3 4s are 12, 12 2s are 24. And here it will be 12 3s are 36. This becomes your final answer. Clear, Akaspa? Sorry, Akaspu. Yeah. Or Kameshwar. Yeah, perfect. So the whole idea is simple, that you just take the equal quantity to be a multiple or LCM here. LCM of denominators. So quickly identify what is the denominator. Here the denominator is going to be 3. Here the denominator is going to be 4. Here the denominator is going to be 5. So I will take x to be LCM of 3, 4 and 5. That's it. Clear? I repeat, this is a question based on calculations only. The only thing that will change is the numbers are going to be easier. You want me to make it a little more easy? Let me give you a little more easier option here. Suppose now, see, nothing changes much here. To give you easier options or easier numbers, let me say first quantity has 1 is to 4, second quantity has 3 is to 7, and third quantity has 2 is to 3. Now this becomes a lollipop game. What is my total here? 5. What is my total here? 10. What is my total here? 10. So assume your x to be 10. So this becomes 1 by 5 of 10. Sorry, yeah, 1 by 5 of 10. And this becomes 4 by 5 of 10. Sorry, 5, 10 and 5. The LCM is going to be 10. Don't worry about that. Yeah. And this will be 3 by 10 of 10. This will be 7 by 10 of 10. Clear? This will be 2 by 5 of 10. And this will be 3 by 5 of 10. So see, when the numbers are smaller, no, you find it very easy. Okay, so this is the way they will, slightly change the numbers and give it to you to slightly confuse you, nothing else. Clear, guys? Any doubts with this model? When three equal quantities are given, they are mixed and poured into a new solution. Every question will be a different model in itself. Okay. Now let's move to the next one. I guess we have already done this kind of model. Yeah, can you quickly finish this part? This is the basic question we have done in the first question. It is a small revision of the first question only. So 24 liters of 1:3 milk and water solution. So the quantity of milk coming from here is going to be 1/4 of 24. And quantity of water coming up from here is going to be 3/4 of 24. It's a very easy question. And milk coming up from here is 4/5 of 10. This is a basic model of mixtures. Numbers are lovely. Total is 4 and this total is 24. Here the total is 5, this total is 10. So numbers are lovely here, guys. So this becomes 6 and this becomes 8. 6 plus 8 will give me 14. And this is 18. 18 plus 2 is 20. 14/20, that is 7/10. So more, all of you are correct for this. Good morning. Finally, you guys woke up. The first question where I had a lot of answers. Yep, let's keep the momentum up, guys. Again, a simpler question but weird ratios. Quick calculation based. Uh, Yep. So again, a basic question. So let's not waste much time. The only thing that will change up is your calculations. 1/4 of 14, sorry, 15. 2:4 can be broken as 1:2. So milk will be 1/3 of 5. The best part is LCM is 12 kada. Into 3 into 3 into 4 into 4. Dump the denominator. So here what will you have? 3/4 of 15. So again make it as into 3 into 3. Plus this will be how much? 2/3 of 5. Again make it into 4 into 4. So LCM has become 12 across. So cancel this 12, cancel this 12. So this is 45 plus 20 will give me 65. 5 to the 10, this is 40. And what is this? 15 nines are 15 nines is 135, right? 135 plus 40 will be 175. So 5 into ones are 5, 5 13 are 65, and 535 are. Again, so most of you are fine, woken up on Sunday morning. 13/35 is the answer. Good show, guys. Yeah, now let's solve this. I guess Teja asked me this doubt. Yes, Teja. And one more student also messaged me this doubt. So let's solve. What if the ratio is not given? Yeah, let's see the easiest approach, guys. Now, people sometimes commit a mistake. They assume that X liters is coming from here, and let's say Y liters is coming from here, which is not a wrong option. So the quantity of milk will be 2 by 5 of X, plus the quantity of milk will be 4 by 9 of Y, divided by the quantity of milk here will be water will be 3 by 5 of X, and the quantity of water here will be 5 by 9 of Y. This should be in the ratio of 7:5. One method to do it. No problem in that. Clear? But please understand, can I make, see guys, the logic is quite simple here. Fractions waste my time. Now if I'm given 2:3, if you remember I told you in ratios also that we are taking ratios to eliminate fractions. So if I have 2:3, how do I eliminate fraction? I'll assume 2x, I'll assume 3x, and my total quantity will become 5x. Clear? In the second case, I will assume 4y, I will assume 5y, and my total quantity will be 9y. So please appreciate, first things first, you have to keep in mind your answer has to be 5 by x or 5x by 9y. And now you will get 2x plus 3y, sorry, 2x plus 4y divided by 3x plus 5y is equal to 7 by 5. So what would you prefer? Method 1 or method 2? I would obviously prefer method 2, guys, because I don't see any fraction coming up from here. So I just cross multiply, I get 10x plus 20y is equal to 21x plus 35y. I guess there is some problem in the question. Let's see. This comes up here because we're getting negative value, no? Yeah, I guess there's some issue with the question, guys. Can we make 5:4? I guess there is some issue with the numbers. Yeah, let's see. Don't worry. The method is quite simple. If I have 2:3 kadana, Teja, then I'm assuming 2x of milk, 3x of water, and my total quantity becomes 5x kana. Clear? I have 4:5 kada. So I will take 4y of milk. I will take 5y of water. My total quantity is 9y. He's asking you in what ratio should I mix them? I think the ratio has to be 5x by 9y. Simple. Clear? Now what am I looking at? The final quantity of milk and water kada. Sorry. Milk coming up from here, milk coming up from here. Water coming up from here, water coming up from here. Now this should be in the ratio of 7:5. Yeah, I'm coming, Sriram, don't worry. Now in case if the question of this kind comes, clear, you can always do this. But what is the cross check to understand whether I'm getting a different answer or not? Now what is the percentage of milk from here? Percentage of milk is 40% in the first one, okay? What is the percentage of milk coming up from here? Percentage of milk will be 4 by 9, guys. 4 by 9 is nothing but 44.44%. Now please understand, if I have a container with 40% milk, I have another container with 44% milk, my final value will be between 40 and 44 only. Always remember that. Remember the first question? Or weighted average model. My final quantity will be between 40 and 44. But what is the percentage of milk given to you? 7 by 12. That is going to be 56 point some percentage. Clear? So since I have 40 and 44 percentage milk, I cannot get a milk that is more than 50%. Therefore, my answer is not possible. Such solution is not possible. Clear? If you are passing this test, only then you can move forward. Clear, guys? Any doubts? If you don't want to get into this theory, no issues. Just plainly solve this, right? You will get a negative answer. Negative answer means not possible. Simple. The ratios can never be negative, especially when I'm talking about mixtures. Ratio of quantities can never be negative. The percentage theory is a slightly higher level theory, which is generally used for exams like CAT and other exams. Right? If you do not want to get confused, this is the easiest way in which you can solve this. Clear? Now let's look at this last model of this chapter, which is called removal and replacement. I am removing and I am replacing. Clear? It's a very plain question. The whole idea of this question is simple. Now, whatever quantity you take out, the logic is quite simple. If some quantity is removed from a solution, okay? I repeat, if some quantity is removed from the solution, then the quantity removed will be in the ratio in which they were initially mixed. What does this mean? Now, I had 12 liters of milk and water in the ratio of 1:5 kada. So this was my quantity initially. Okay. If I am taking 6 liters out, the concept of mixture says that my milk would be 1:5 only. Is this point clear? Any quantity that you take out will be in the ratio in which they were mixed initially. This is the concept of removal part in mixtures. Clear? So all I can do is if I had 12 liters, so 2 liters of milk was with me, milk and water, right? And 10 liters was water. Now I took out 6 liters. The 6 liters will also be in the ratio of 1:5. So I'll have 1 liter and 5 liters only. Now please understand, your 6 liters will again have 1:5 only, which means this step was not required. You can simplify your steps here, which means after removal, only removal, okay? After removal, the ratio does not change. So my logic is simple. If there were 12 liters initially and I removed 6 liters, kada, so I'll be left with 6 liters in the ratio of 1:5 only. Clear? So this step gets avoided. So after removal, I have 6 liters with 1 liter of milk and 5 liters of water. Clear? Now I'm adding 6 liters. The milk component will be 1/4 of 6 and the water component is going to be 3/4 of 6. So this will be how much? 2.5. This will be how much? 1.5 into 3, 4.5. That's going to be 9.5. So our answer is going to be 25/95, no? 6/4 is 1.5, 3 into 1.5, yeah, 25/95, which is going to be 5 5s and 5 19s. So 5:19 is going to be our answer. But save your time. Do not fall a trap to this calculation. Clear? If something is just taken out, stop here. So from 12 liters, 6 liters is taken out, which means I'll be left with 6 liters. In what ratio? In the initial ratio only. And then follow the question. Can you do this quickly now? So concept is simple. I have 10 liters of milk, out of which 2 liters is taken out. So I'll be left with 8 liters. In what ratio? In the initial ratio. So this makes your job simplified. 1:3 means I had 2 liters of milk and I had 6 liters of water. Now what am I doing? I'm adding 2 liters of milk and water in the ratio of 4:1. That means 4/5 of 2 liters and 1/5 of 2 liters. So that's 8/5. 8/5 is 1.6. So this will make it 3.6. So this is 6.4. So I get 36/64. This is what we get, right? So this will be 4 into 9s and 4 into 16s. Is 9 is to 16 the answer? Yeah, I guess only one person gave me the right answer, Pavani. The rest all have given me different answers. Now wait guys. 9 is to 16. Others, yeah, perfect. Now I'm getting the right answers. Pick up the shortcut, guys. So they just trap you here. It's just a psychological game in this chapter. It's a very easy chapter. Sai Durga, you want me to explain the previous one? Yeah, which part, Sai? After removal, the ratio does not change. So 10 liters and then I'm taking out 2 liters. That means 10 minus 2, 8 liters are left. The ratio does not change. They will always be in the initial ratio, Kana. Right? So the portion of milk will be 1/4 of 8, that will be 2 liters. And the portion of water will be 3/4 of 8, that is 6 liters. Now I'm adding 2 liters of 4:1 milk and water solution. So this added will give you the final ratio. Clear, Sai Durga? Yeah. Again, a very easy question. Don't get trapped. I am having 80 liters of ratio of milk and water in the ratio of 7:5. Now what is happening? 24 liters of this mixture is first taken out. Clear? So 80 minus 24 will give me how much? 56 liters will be in the ratio of 7:5 only. Do not get confused here. Which means my proportion of milk will be 7/12 of 56 and the proportion of water will be 5/12 of 56. Now what am I doing? I'm adding only milk. So don't confuse yourself. That's it. You want to further simplify, this becomes 4 3s are and 4 into 14s are. This is also 4 3s are, 4 into 14. Take LCM into 3 into 3. So 3 gets cancelled with numerator and denominator. 7 into 14 will give me 98. 16 into 3 will give me 48 divided by 70. So you have 146 by 70. So 2 into 73 and 2 into 35. Perfectly right. Mohidin. Clear, guys? Now, so far we were doing it only one time. Now, what happens if I'm doing it more than one time? Now, whenever more than one time this experiment is done, guys, a lot of complications will arise. Okay. Last two questions of the day, last three, in fact. So let's do it manually first. I'll explain you manually and then I'll explain you the formula. Do not worry. This is a really classic question and the most difficult question in this model. Right. So what happens? I have 100 liters of pure milk. I'm taking experiment 1. Okay. I removed 10 liters from here and I added 10 liters of water. Which means at the end of experiment 1, I have 90 liters of milk and 10 liters of water. Which means the ratio is how much? 9:1. Okay. Now, when I go to experiment 2, I have 90 liters of milk and 10 liters of water. Okay. Now, 10 liters of milk is not taken out. Please understand, my dear science students. If I have 90 liters of milk and 10 liters of water mixed in a solution, I cannot take out just milk. I have to take out 10 liters of the mixture only. If I'm removing 10 liters, right? So please understand the quantity that will come out will be in the same ratio. Clear? Or let's ignore the removal part as we did in the previous question. So we have 100 liters. Out of 100 liters, I've taken out 10 liters. Clear, guys? I'm just erasing this part. Now in experiment 2, what is happening? I have total 100 liters. I'm writing the working here, okay, below. So we had 100 liters, we have removed 10 liters. That means what will happen? We will have 90 liters in the ratio of 9:1 only. That means 81 liters of milk and 9 liters of water is there with us. Clear? Now what am I doing? I'm adding only 10 liters of water. This is what the question says. I'm replacing with 10 liters of solution by 10 liters of water. So at the end of experiment 2, I will have 81:19 with me. Please follow with me, guys. Clear? Deepak, you have done the same mistake. Now go to experiment 3. What happens? Again, we have 100 liters. First, we are removing 10 liters of mixture. That means we have 90 liters in the ratio of 81:19. Okay. It's slightly more than 72, kada? Monica, after removal, the ratio does not change, Monica. So from 100 liters, I took out 10 liters. That means I have 90 liters in the ratio of 9:1. So 9 by 10 of 90. This will be how much? 81 liters and 9 liters of water. Now what am I doing every time? I'm removing 10 liters and replacing with water, which means I'm adding 10 liters of water every time. Now is this clear, guys? Monica. Guys, is this clear? Right, so this is the basic method. I do not want you to follow this basic method, okay? Now, there is a direct formula, guys. Abhi, after adding 10 liters kana, 10 liters water could add ayindi kada kama. Yeah, so 9 plus 10 enta na? Yeah, cool. Third part. Pavni, the way if you understood the second part, the third part is same, Pavni. You have to just repeat the experiment. Now what is happening? We have 81 plus 19. So what is my total mixture? I have 100 liters of mixture in the ratio of 81 is to 19. Guys, one second. All of you have doubts with second part. Let's do it manually, guys. Hold on. Don't worry. 100 minus 10 plus 10, okay? So how much do we have? 90 and 10. Okay. Now, experiment 2. Everybody with me. Just follow with me now, guys. 9 is to 1 is the ratio. What am I doing? First, I'm removing 10 liters of mixture. I cannot remove water, Harshita. I cannot remove only milk, Harshita. From a mixture of milk and water, I can never get only milk. Okay. So I'm removing 10 liters. Now we know whatever is removed will be in the ratio in which they are mixed. So amount of milk coming out will be 9 by 10 of 10. Amount of water coming out will be 1 by 10 of 10. Is it clear? Venkat Sai, Harshita, Pratyusha. This is the removal part. Quick responses, guys. Pratyusha and Harshita. Right, after this, what am I doing? I'm adding 10 liters of water. Okay, let's first calculate this. So what is happening? This is 9. 91 minus 9 will be 81, kada? And 10 minus 1 will be how much? 9. Clear, Harshita, your doubt? Now, after removing, what am I doing? I'm adding 10 liters of water. If I'm adding only 10 liters of water, then what happens? So at the end of experiment 2, I have 81 and I have 19 here. This is what I skipped and I did directly, Amma. This part. This complete part I did in one step. Now go to experiment 3. So this is 81 and this is 19. So if I'm removing 10 liters, that will be 81 by 100 into 10, right? And this will be again 19 by 100 into 10 liters will be removed. So how much do I have? I have 81 minus 8.1. This will be 8.1, kada? So this will be 72.9 and this will be 1.9. 1.9 means I'll have 17.1. Now this is removal. And then I am adding 10 liters of water. This is the basic method. Do not worry, I'll give you the formula. So I have 72.9 and I have 27.1. So you check, since I'm taking out 10 liters and I'm adding 10 liters, my total quantity should be 100 every time. So 100 here, 81 plus 19 is also 100, 72.9 plus 27.1 is also 100. Now is this method clear? This is the basic method, guys. I'll give you the shortcut, do not worry. Yeah, now whenever this kind of question comes, this is called removal and replacement, okay? First things first, you have to check what are we replacing with. So what am I replacing with here, guys? Water color? I'm replacing with water. If I'm replacing with water, in the formula, you will be considering milk. Always opposite part, okay? These two should always be opposite. So the formula is simple. My total final quantity is equal to my initial quantity of, let's say, milk. So my total final quantity of milk is equal to initial quantity of milk into 1 minus quantity removed in experiment 1, or let's say 1 minus quantity removed by total initial quantity whole to the power n. Clear? So how does this go ahead? So initial quantity of milk was 100 only. How much did I remove every time? I'm removing 10 every time. Out of total initial quantity is how much? 100. Now this experiment is repeated how many times? Total 3 times. Clear? So your final quantity of milk is going to be 100 into 9 by 10 into 9 by 10 into 9 by 10. So 100 and 100 will get cancelled. 9 cube is 729. 729 by 100 will give you how much? 72.9. So this is your final quantity of milk. Clear with this, guys? Now we can also calculate. Yeah, you can apply for the previous ones, but please understand the only way you can apply is the replacement has to be only water. A pure component replacement should happen. In the previous question, it was not a pure component. Yeah, 72.9, Bhavita. So what can be my final quantity of water? I know that total quantity will remain 100. 100 minus 72.9 becomes my final quantity of water. Clear? That is going to be 27.1 will be final quantity of water. Any doubts in this question? Guys, responses please. Last 2 questions of the day. I repeat, this is only applicable when you're replacing with a pure component. Okay, just 1 second, guys. I want to spend some more time here. Now erasing this part. Now suppose I'm giving you. Yeah. Chandra, coming down to that only. Don't worry. Now, if it's not a pure quantity, then we go with the previous question, guys. Now, suppose I'm giving you 100 liters of mixture in the ratio of 9:1. Now, can we solve the question? So, my formula, what is my formula? My total final quantity, or my final quantity of milk. Let's write this formula. My final quantity of milk is equal to my initial quantity of milk into 1 minus quantity removed by total initial quantity whole to the power n. Please note down this formula, okay? So please understand here my initial quantity is not 100. Here I have 100 liters of solution in the ratio of 9:1. But I'm replacing with pure water. So I can apply this formula. Okay, so what is my initial quantity of milk? My initial quantity of milk is 9 by 10 into 100. Rest all will remain the same. Clear with a small variant in this? Any doubts, guys? Same kada, Monica. Every time నీ దగ్గర 100 ఉందమ్మా. 100 నుంచి we are taking out 10, we are replacing with 10. 3 times చేస్తున్నాం. అయితే total final quantity ఎంత అయింది? Total final quantity మనకి 100 ఉంటది. మైనస్ ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఫైనల్ క్వాంటిటీ ఆఫ్ మిల్క్ వస్తుంది కదా. సో టోటల్ ఫైనల్ క్వాంటిటీ is equal to 100. So 100 minus final quantity of milk will give you final quantity of water, Monica. Clear, Monica? Yep, can we solve this please? So what is given? Let's do it together, okay? These are like really good questions here. From a solution containing milk and water in the ratio of 3:4, 10 liters is removed and replaced with water. That means I can apply the formula. Clear? Clear. So if I can apply this formula, let's go ahead. So if I'm replacing with water, my formula should focus on milk. So final quantity of milk is equal to initial quantity of milk whole into 1 minus quantity removed by total initial quantity whole to the power n. But here how many times the experiment is repeated? Only one time. So here the value of n is equal to 1. Okay. I repeat here, quantity removed, QR is equal to quantity removed. And TIQ is equal to total initial quantity. And N is nothing but number of times the experiment is repeated. So my initial now I do not know total initial quantity, right? So let me take 3/7 of X. So total initial quantity was X, okay? Into 1 minus, how much am I removing? I'm removing 10. Total initial quantity was X. Now this should give me the final quantity of milk. Now my final quantity of milk is 1/3 of X only. Because your initial quantity was X, you are taking out 10 liters, you are replacing with 10 liters. So can I say my total final quantity will also be X? So what will happen here? So your X and X will get cancelled. You have 7/9 is equal to 1 minus 10 by X. Or you have 2/9 is equal to 10 by X. Or you have the value of X is equal to 45. Any doubts? Deepak, which part karna? Deepak, I believe you're not listening to me while I'm explaining from the beginning, Kana. Because I explained this question very slowly. There is only one request. If you're listening along with me, much better. I have been repeating this part. When I start explaining, please stop solving and be with me. Clear? So my formula is going to be simple. My final quantity of milk is equal to initial quantity of milk. Why am I focusing on milk? Because I'm replacing with water. Okay. Into 1 minus quantity removed by total initial quantity. This experiment is done only one time, or let's say n. Now I do not know so what is my final quantity of milk? That's 1 by 3 of the total final quantity. Let's come back to that. What is my initial quantity of milk? 3 by 7 of total initial quantity. I do not know my total initial quantity. Let us say that is X. So understand what is happening, Deepak. So if my total initial quantity is X, from this jar, I am taking out 10 liters and I am adding 10 liters. So can I say my total final quantity will also be X? Deepak. Clear? So I'm writing my total final quantity here into 1 minus, how much am I removing? I'm removing 10. What was my total initial quantity? My total initial quantity was X. How many times is the experiment repeated? The experiment is repeated only once. Solve this, you get the value of X. These two will get cancelled. You cross multiply, you'll get the value. Perfect. Yep. So last question of the day, guys. After that, happy Sunday. So let's do this again. I am replacing with what? I am replacing with water. So my formula would be final quantity of milk is equal to initial quantity of milk into 1 minus quantity removed by total initial quantity whole to the power n. Now, since I'm not given my total initial quantity, let me assume my total initial quantity is equal to X. Now, what is happening? 10 liters is taken out. So from X, I'm taking out 10 liters. I'm adding 10 liters. First experiment. Again, experiment 2, what is happening? Again, I have X. I'm taking out 10. I'm adding 10, which means again X. Experiment 3, what do I have? Again, I have X. I'm taking out 10 and I'm adding 10. So this is my total final quantity. Clear? So what is my initial quantity of milk? My initial quantity of milk is going to be 27 by 35 of X into 1 minus 10 by X whole to the power 3 is equal to 8 by 35 of X. Any doubts here? That's it. You calculate, you get your answer, guys. So X and X will get cancelled. 35, 35 will get cancelled. So when you cross multiply, you will get 8 by 27 is equal to 1 minus 10 by X whole cube. So if you take the cube root, this becomes 2 by 3 is equal to 1 minus 10 by X. Or when you further calculate, you get 1 by 3 is equal to 10 by X, or the value of X is equal to 30. Perfect. So most of you are correct in this. The value of X is equal to 30. So these are the different models in this chapter, guys. So we are done with mixtures. Tomorrow we'll be meeting with speed, time, and distance. Right? So I guess I'll be taking 2 classes for speed, distance, and time, and then maybe 3 to 4 classes for permutations and combinations. So next week I'll be looking at completing permutations, combinations, and probability, and what we are looking at about is speed, time, and distance. So these chapters would constitute more than 95% of your CRT syllabus, guys. Especially the quant part. Clear? So all the best, guys. See you tomorrow. Thanks a lot. Happy Sunday to all of you guys. Thank you, Monica. You can again, I'll upload the video. You can follow Monica, the chapter video once again. It will be much easier. Thanks for the feedback, Monica.